Hey, wow, what's up? It's me. I just ended the last video about 3 seconds ago, but for you, who knows how long it's been. It's time to play the silent, like we do here, because I'm apparently not very good at winning with the silent. I don't like any of these very much. Maybe a boss relic swap? The gold is okay, but the only early shop goes right into another early shop. Let's do a boss relic swap. We got a velvet choker. Extra energy, but you can't play more than 6 cards. I like this path. Campfire, elite, and campfire or more events. I'm into it. So, okay, we're blocking this turn. So with Velvet Choker, it's kind of nice. If we're going to get Velvet Choker, it's kind of nice to get it at the start, because we know we don't really want to take cards like Endless Agony, which just give you 2 low impact cards for free. We want to take big cards that do a lot for 1 card play. Alright. Jawworm is a lot easier when you have 4 energy, because most of the challenge of Jawworm is deciding whether you should block or attack with the energy you have. And with extra energy, you get to do both. So Jawworm is really easy with a relic swap. So Endless Agony is an example of a card I just mentioned being really bad later on. It would help us right now. I might take a Blur. I think it just barely makes our deck better. Worse against Gremlin Mob, but I think we do okay against Gremlin Mob with this Snecko Oil. Sometimes we just play all our cards. So like this is a time when Blur is gonna be nice. So we overblock by 7 and we keep that 7. We didn't need it. Well, no, we did actually. We overblocked by 5, so we would have taken 2. I'll take a Deadly Poison. It does damage. Also not great against Gremlin Mob, but do what you gotta do. So Deadly Poison and 3 defends, or Strike and 3 defends. I'm gonna say Deadly Poison on the one with slightly more block. So we full block. On 3 energy, I probably would have just full blocked and moved on. I like a Blur here. And we'll just get this thing popped out of its armor. Then it'll be at 4 and it dies next turn to strike. Or neutralize. That seems good. Okay, cool. Right, it dies to poison. That's what the thing that happens. I don't know why I did the numbers wrong in my head. I thought the poison wouldn't make it dead, but it does. Vulnerable Potion is alright. I like a Bouncing Flask. We continue to be pretty bad against Gremlin Mob, but we get to trade face, which I can't resist. And we got the Cultist Headpiece, which is pretty irrelevant. We could get another card before we fight an elite, or we could get an event. We need damage. Let's fight another hallway fight. Could also go to the shop and try and buy damage. Kaka! We have a Cultist Headpiece. Alright, let's get that poison happening. Let's get started on destroying this one with facts and logic. Since it's gaining the strength, it's a bigger threat. So now we can strike. Poison will do the rest. But also we should do this for the other one. We are vulnerable now, but it's buffing strength, which is totally fine. And we play all our cards. And we win. I mean, we don't win the run yet, but we won the fight. Ooh. So, I really love the footwork. Footwork would be really nice with Blur, but if we take footwork, we cannot beat Gremlin Mob. We just can't, without like a good Snecko Oil and Fear Pot. I think a Poison Stab is a nice runner-up. Quick Slash does draw a card, which is nice with our extra energy. I want the footwork very badly, but I also want to win this upcoming elite fight. And I don't know if I want to spend 20 health just to get one footwork. We'd upgrade to Neutralize. We could upgrade a Bouncing Flask, which is great against Lagavulin and decent against Sentries. It's meh against Gremlin Mob. We still play it. We could upgrade a Poison Stab, which is good all around, but less exciting later on. So this is 2 damage and 1 damage per turn. This is 3 damage per turn upgrade, but it's random. Let's give the Bouncing Flask upgrade a shot. And it's Lagavulin. Okay, we could blur and do some... We could do some stuff with blur this turn. But I think I'd like to get things started with with Bouncing Flask rather than Deadly Poison. Yeah, there's a bunch of poison. So with 15 poison, now we just need to defend and we have won the fight. I guess we'll just play all our cards. We do not need a vulnerable potion. Killing it is not going to be our issue. So beautiful to see an easy Lagavulin fight. And there we go. Very nice. Alright, let's see what our relic is. Oh, we didn't get a relic. We got a little bit of gold eventually, maybe. Cool. We could grab a Flechettes. We've added 3 skills to our deck. I think we still need a little more aggression. So Cloak and Dagger, normally very good, is actually not super good with Velvet Choker. We grab a Nightmare and a Well-Laid Plans. Well, we couldn't grab both. Blood Vial is just very good to just heal a little bit pretty often. Orange Pellets is nice, but it doesn't... I mean, it doesn't work with anything we have so far. And we can't get that in Well-Laid Plans. I think Well-Laid Plans is the best card here. So Well-Laid Plans and remove a strike over everything else? I think so. One other thing that makes Well-Laid Plans extra good. Do we want to buy like a Dagger Spray? Probably. One thing that makes Well-Laid Plans extra good in our case is we have the Velvet Choker, which means we're probably going to be taking expensive cards, and expensive cards are really nice to hold with Well-Laid Plans because they do a lot, and you only have to hold 1 card to do a lot. Do we want to fight 2 elites? We've got all these potions, but we could also do 2 campfires. I'm feeling bold. Extra energy for playing things that aren't attacks is nice with our Bouncing Flask. This is a turn where a fight where Dagger Spray is nice. This is 9 damage, so let's kill this one. Get that thing low, because we're going to be weak. I've finally figured out that the green ones make us weak, and the gray ones make us frail. Okay. And this works. We get to carry 2 block in the next turn, and one of our debuffs wears off. Okay, so 3 and 4, we'll do that. And we don't want to be debuffed next turn, so let's just kill the debuff and block that. And that's the fight. Not too bad. I'd take that footwork now. Poison potion over vulnerable? I'm gonna say yeah. We're not really dealing damage with attacks. And let's go into 2 elites, see how it goes. Okay. We could do a big flechettes if we Snecko. Let's Snecko and see what we get. Oh, it's all bad. It's all real bad. There's 1 strike that decreased in cost and every single other thing increased. Oh, that's real bad. Flechettes does 16 damage now. But, oh, that's real bad. Well, that's the hand we've got, and we're going to have these card costs the rest of the game. So we deal 16, 22 to something. Then Deadly Poison and do that. I think that's the best we're going to get. I would love to play Bouncing Flask. Oh, wow, that is a bad Snecko Oil. This is why Snecko Oil is not my favorite potion, because you cannot trust Snecko Oil. There's a nice Dagger Spray, though. Look at these normal card costs. How refreshing. Oh, Snecko Oil, you done me dirty. Let's get some poison on that one. Begin its death process. We can full block, so we shall. Poison Stab does not quite kill it. And it is important to kill it. As much as I would like to do the other things, we don't want to be hit. Well, we got 2 of them down, so usually the fight doesn't go too bad from here. Bouncing Flask will do 9 poison. And that's a lot of poison. We get a bunch of energy. Okay, we do take 10. That's a thing that happens sometimes, and not too bad. Considering how bad that Snecko Oil was, this fight could have gone pretty nasty. So I'm okay with how it went. Mercury Hourglass, get a new potion. Another footwork is a little ambitious. We're fighting either Lagavulin or Gremlin Nod. We do pretty well against Lagavulin, you've seen that. Gremlin Nod might just end our day. But I think it's still worth taking the footwork. Alright, Mercury Hourglass, this is your time to shine. Attacked for 15, but we can kill 1. Unblur. Then we'll get started on this one back here. We hope the shield gremlin doesn't shield that one, but it does, of course. This is nice, though. Okay. And we just hope for a little mercy in him, form of a way to kill that. Dagger Spray, good. Dagger Spray is good for fights like this, which we've gotten a couple of this act. Unload is just a big attack. Against Gremlin Knob, I think we just need a card that deals 14 damage. It's not my favorite big attack, but I think we need it. So we block 8. No, we block 7, but we make it weak. Yeah, I'm fine with taking 2 and saving a potion here. Yeah. So this will take it down to 46, which means we can split it the following turn. Let's see, 11 will take it down to 35, plus our Mercury Hourglass, so we're splitting it this turn. Good way to split, though. 5 cards. Piercing Well or Backflip? Backflip is nice with our Art of Orb, giving us 5 energy when we're not playing attacks. We could take a Flying Knee just for 1 more attack against Gremlin Mob. Against Guardian, I think it's a little early for a backflip. I think Piercing Will be fine. Okay, we got the Gremlin Knob we've been thinking about. Let's try and get our poison going this turn. Let's try and have a really big turn 1. Alright. Because turn 2 we don't get to play things like Deadly Poison. And now we can blur Survivor and get some real stuff going, so we can get a little bit of free block for next turn. I mean, it doesn't attack that much next turn, so it's not super important. Anyway. You know what? Blocking for 5 next turn seems less important than just dealing 6 extra damage. So it's attacking for 5, or it's attacking for 8 and then 24. I don't think, are we going to be able to kill it before its following attack? If you deal 20 damage, it's at 46, then it takes 5 this turn, so it's at 41. Then it takes 4 next turn and 3 the turn after, so 34. So the question is, can we deal 34 damage with these cards before it hits us again? Also, Mercury Hourglass is going to deal another 6, so we need to deal 28 with our cards. So this is 6, 12, 20, 29. And if we draw this, either 41 or 52, depending which turn we draw it. We're going to draw 10 of these 14 cards before it next attacks. It's a little risky, but I think we need to... We're not going to block it enough to survive its big attack. Okay, we got the Bouncing Flask, so that's good. We're going to take 3 more damage for playing it, but if we don't play it, we just die, right? Let me see, 7 this turn, plus 6 next turn. Plus another 3 next turn, so 9 plus 7 is 16, so we just need to draw 8 damage. Our worst possible hand, we do not draw 8 damage, so we'll take 3 extra right now and win the fight. It's spooky, but we've done it. Pop! Ooh. We could become the Lords of Footwork. And I like Footwork. At a certain point, I want to start having cards that work with Footwork. Ninja Scroll might actually be a downside with Velvet Choker. Because then... Like, that's 3 cards on turn 1, so then we can only play 3 other cards on turn 1. And what if we want to play more than 3 other cards on turn 1? I love the 12 free damage, but I think we skip it. It's really weird to just keep taking these Footworks, but I think we do. And then, do we need to heal against Guardian? Yes, yes we do. With all these Footworks, dodge and rolls start to look really tasty. We could split, but it seemed like decent odds that we got a turn like this. So 12, yeah. And if we didn't heal, a Footwork upgrade would not have saved us here. Do I want to play a strike, or do I want extra energy next turn? Strike doesn't even do anything, so I'll take the extra energy. Alright, oof. I want a Bouncing Flask this turn, but we drew all our defense. What are we doing next turn? Piercing Will and Blur to get us through the next multiple turns. We don't have any card draw with all this. But can we split it if we don't? Bouncing Flask? It's not blocking, so it'll take 4 this turn, then another 3 plus this next turn. So we just need to draw 2 damage. that we will be weak, frail, and vulnerable. But I don't see a better option. So now we can hold on to a Piercing Wail, which is great. Which means we do not get to play Unload. Alright. A little spooky. A little spooky. Yeah, don't like that vulnerable. Play that or we die. But now we can play this. And we really hope we draw block. We're no longer vulnerable next turn, so we're just being attacked for 16. Alright, we got it. Well, we have to play this or we die. So let's play our attacks. Or do we want to save the neutralize for next turn? We want to save the neutralize for next turn. I mean, it costs 0, and we're not getting anywhere near our Velvet Choker number most of the time. Alright. So that was good, because otherwise we would have died. We can finally get some poison started. This fight is taking way too long. And it's because we didn't get to play that first Bouncing Flask, so it's not taking any damage. I actually would prefer to just let the poison keep ticking. So I'm going to just hold on to a defend. Let it split itself here. How much do I care about extra energy next turn? Not very much. So we could get a slightly bigger split. So this is 8, 14. So we could deal 6 here, and then deal 8 damage. These don't matter. Hold on to one of these. Gets us through the next turn, and then we just need to get some good stuff for the following turn. Block 11, poison a bunch more, hold the defend, and we just need to get one more defensive card, which we certainly will. Maybe we can get a lot of defense and blur, like that. Little overkill, but now we don't have to play the game anymore. Alright, I'm glad we rested there. Our health was looking a little sketchy, but we made it through the Guardian fight. 1000 Cuts is kind of bad with Choker, because 1000 Cuts says, play a lot of cards with me, and Choker says, you're not allowed. We don't have much front-loaded damage, so I might hate taking a Glass Knife with a deck that doesn't like a Glass Knife. But I think we need it. These footworks are clogging up our draws. Energy but no potions, energy but no upgrades. We really like upgrading things. Well-led plans on our footworks are really nice to upgrade. Potions are good, though. I do not know that this is an elite hunting deck right now. But what does how much does going to 5 energy help us if we can only play 6 cards per turn? And we can also get Art of War. These both have such big downsides. This doesn't help us a ton, but I think it helps us more than the others. Okay, so here's some elites. Here's some more elites. This side has elites in the future. We could go shop, elite, elite, maybe campfire, or also another elite. Shop super elite, but after what the super elite did to us last run, I'm a little wary of Act 2 super elites. They spooky. We want to go to that shop. Okay, footwork, well-laid plans, defend, defend. Hold on to the strike. Takes 8. Alright, Piercing Wail and Blur seem nice. Get some poison started there, get some damage started there. We'll get 4 block to start our next turn, which will facilitate our goal of playing attacks. Or, you know, just damage. So we deal 30 damage to that right now. Deal 42 to it. I think we can kill both of them. Okay. Deals 9, I'm gonna strike. Good fight. Took a small amount of damage, what, like 12 total? We got through it. We skipped these things that we don't like, and we move on. Playing a strike is useless here, because it has that armor. So let's get our energy from Art of War. Seems like a very nice Piercing Wail. You know what? I should have done Flechettes first. My bad. I hope that doesn't matter, but it was definitely a mistake. Oh, the 21 attack again? Oh my goodness, and we get no block. We have all these footworks, but we haven't added block cards as one big issue that we have. Extra dex or 14 damage? It's got all the poison. Let's get the extra dex. So we may need to go campfire instead of that elite. We are pretty well blocked now. But we don't get any block next turn is one issue. Ugh. I may have built a deck that doesn't work. I'm starting to notice that now. Yikes. I may have built a deck that doesn't do anything. That could be an issue. At least we do that. Alright, get me out of here. The avocado harmed me. Dodge and roll, absolutely. It's a block card, and it's a good one. Remove a card, upgrade a random. Yeah, I'll remove a strike here. Upgrade a glass knife is actually very good, and now we die to an avocado and its friend? That seems about right. Yeah, that seems fair and good. Okay, well, pro tip, if you build a deck that doesn't do anything, a lot of the fights in this game actually require you to do things. Alright, well, that was a short one. Let's try again. Act 2 hurts. Act 2 hurts so much! What am I supposed to do about that, except play the game better than I do? Okay. Money or boss relic swap, we could try our move. There is an early shop here. Go shop, campfire, and then super elite? Yikes. So we have to fight elites real early. These both... It might be a boss relic swap to try and survive. It's that or gold just to try and buy an attack to get through this gauntlet. Or buy potions. I'm going to do a boss relic swap. Okay, no potions, but 4 energy. Let's go this way. And we hit it with the strikes. We hit it with the strikes and we block. Next turn, you'll never believe what we do. We hit it with the neutralize and the strike, and we block. And we just play every damage card as soon as we draw it, and hopefully that gets us through the fight. We take a little damage. But there's our attacks. We get a liquid memories. No, we don't. Choke seems good with extra energy. It's a big attack. These others are also fine, but we want to spend energy on hurting the things. This turn we play all of the cards that we can play. This turn we play all of the cards that we can play. And next turn we kill it with Choke and anything else. Right? Choke, strike is 18, 21, yeah. Dex Potion? No, we don't. Poison Stab? Yeah, I like some early damage here. We gotta get through this Elite Gauntlet. That just seems to make sense to me. We Choke, we Poison Stab, and we just kill it. Take another Choke? Or an all-out attack? All-out attack is nice area of effect damage, but the random discard sucks. Good against sentries, though. Are we going for... we could go up to 4 elites here if we get some really strong attacks. I'm just going to build an aggressive deck, which will be less good later, and then just try and go for a lot of elites. But I can't resist this one. Tori. Okay, so we took some damage. That's actually going to block a lot for us in the future. Alright. Maybe just remove a strike? Acrobatics is okay with 4 energy. I'd like to go to a bunch of elites, so let's just get aggression. So we could get a dagger spray and remove a strike. Just replace a strike with a better strike. We could get an eviscerate. We could get an acrobatics. We could get a swift strike even. But I think this is going to be our happy middle ground. Alright, it's sentries, so that dagger spray will be nice. Let's get started on an outside one, as you usually do. The one with the least health, as you usually do. Okay, we got 10, 18 damage to everything, so we can kill that. And we're taking 10. But if we don't do it, we're taking 12. So that seems not good. Alright, so we take 10, but we've really set ourselves up nicely for the rest of the fight. Odds that we can kill that next turn with a choke, pretty decent. So let's start working on it. Cool. We can just play our other cards and deal a little damage to that. This turn, Tori is going to block 4 for us. Thanks, Tori. This turn, we're just going to chill. And this turn, we dagger spray it to death. Ooh, leg sweep. I like the other ones of these. Leg sweep is really nice against Lagavulin. And also it's just an expensive card and we have a lot of energy. I'll take a tiny chest, why not? An upgrade could be really good for elite hunting. But if we're going to 2 elites right in a row, which I believe in us and our ability to do it, then we want all the health we can get. Not the best turn one. But a pretty decent turn two. So we'll take one of its big attacks here. Oh, we got to neutralize at just the right time. So we can gain 10 block in exchange for taking 9 extra damage. No, but it's weak. Next turn, how likely are we to kill it? I'm not sure. We get 3 cards out of these 15. We got a lot of attacks in there. But this is a lot of risk to, like, maybe block 4 right now. Yeah, okay. So we need to leg sweep. And then we need to strike, because this thing has to die. Alright, spooky turn. Spooky fight. No potion. Glass knife is big aggression. Alright, and now we die to the other elite, like I kind of expected, but we get a toxic egg. And that'll be fun. So our best strategy against Lagavulin is just to tank some hits and do as much damage as we possibly can. The big issue is that we can't tank hits. So choke leg sweep does 15. Leg sweep glass knife strike does 22. I think we are waking it up this turn, so that we can have that week started. Alright, Torai is going to do amazing work for us here. Get an all-out attack. So we take 1. And if we can keep doing things like that... Okay, we can't do that this turn. So we defend, dagger spray, strike. We do choke. And then we do other attacks. And then we die. So there's no way we can kill it this turn or block, right? 9 block, 12 block, and it's attacking for 15. We can reduce that remaining 3 to 1, but we only have 1. Well, that was a quickie. I made some bad choices there. I shouldn't have gone to those 2 elites. I just wanted to real bad. Okay. Time to do the walk of shame. Hop back in there. Pop myself a seltzer. We've got decent odds of stealing an elite with the 1 HP if we go this way. Since we don't get our normal rewards because we didn't make it to the boss. I'll take a sucker punch. It does damage, it applies a decent status. Okay, an immediate question mark fight is kind of unfortunate, but I'll take an endless agony. Remove a strike. Go to a shop. Not buying any relics. Just get a noxious fumes. I'm into that. Ah. Immediate fights. Well, so much for our Niao's Lament value. Grab a finisher. Noxious fumes or finisher upgrade. Finisher upgrade is going to help us more against a lot of Act 1 fights. I mean, we could upgrade all our cards. It's a consideration. Well, this is... Oh, I want a Predator so bad. Could get another Sucker Punch or a Strength Potion to go into some elites. Take a Sucker Punch. It'll be good here. Ooh, nice finisher. Agony, agony, strike, strike, and now this does 32 damage. That's what we like to see. We can only apply 1 week at a time, but we can apply it several times. This does 2 damage next turn, this does 6 damage this turn. I think we're just trying to kill it. You know, I should have looked at our deck. Survivor is worth playing. As long as we kill it next turn, Defend is worth playing. Blocks for 2. I'm gonna believe that we draw an attack this turn. Yikes. Don't believe. Don't ever believe in anything. But we can't not draw it next turn. So I'm just going to keep up the belief. So we take another 16. It has 15 strength, but yikes. That was a bad draw. Die is good though. And we've got a regen potion. Extra energy sometimes. Twice. I'll go for an elite here. We've got this regen potion. We can beat sentries. We've got a die. We can beat Lagavulin. We've got a noxious fumes. Alright. Get that regen potion started. Get that. If we sucker punch, that's 14, then finishers and a 16. We could deal 33. But I think it's pretty important to noxious fumes right now. Do we just full block? I'm gonna drink both our potions here. Oh, this is unfortunate. What do I want 3 copies of next turn? If I have 3 copies of finisher, I can kill one of them pretty good. As long as I get neutralize, or better yet, endless agony. So if I just did finisher, it would be 8, then 16, then 24. So it's 48 damage. So I'm guaranteed to kill one, even if I block this turn. And if I get good cards, I can do even better next turn. Unusual time for a nightmare, but I'll take it. Okay. We got the ideal turn. Oh, this is good. Okay. So we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks. The last one is 6 times 8, so it's 48, so it kills that. So the one before that is 5 times 8, so it's 40, so it also kills that. So we play all these. I can't math. Dang. Oh no, it's 4 times 8, because it's the 5th attack. So it doesn't count itself. Oh, that was a mistake. Alright. Well, I take 10 damage I did not need to take, because I didn't do the math, because I got excited. Never get excited, kids. Never feel. Feeling is a mistake. I assume my audience is mostly children. No, I don't assume that. That would probably not be good. Anyway, we've beaten the sentries. Molten Egg, you know what? I could have gotten 1 more health regen. I like footwork, but if we're going to go into another elite here, Dash Plus will be awesome. Against Act 1 elites, you're usually just trying to deal damage and block without dying, and Dash is really good at all those things. It's great against sentries, Lagavulin, and Gremlin Mob. Removing a strike would be nice. 7 HP is kind of a bummer. Let's also just get some money. But I'm feeling bold. Here's my Gremlin Knob. Alright. Shame we don't have finisher this turn. But it's a big turn. That was most of our damage. Let's get a poison potion. Really a shame to draw a dash on a turn where it's not attacking. Let's not give it any strength here. Alright. So if we Survivor, we live. Next turn we have a finisher, so we probably kill it. If we don't kill it next turn, we're dying anyway, so let's block as much as we can. So any attack will do. Well, sometimes the game do you like this. our odds of dying to Gremlin Knob were pretty low. We would have to have pretty bad luck, like, say, drawing Bash on the wrong turn, and then drawing Finisher with... Like, drawing Dash on a turn where it wasn't attacking, and drawing Finisher on a turn with no other attacks. We shall die gloriously. What if I just tossed another loss onto the pile? No, let's call it here. But what if... Nah. See ya.